The biggest expenses would be having to put in a well and then run your piping and put in your waterers throughout your different pastures. If you look with a well, you got to have current, and some of these pastures are out in the middle of nowhere, and how you going to get current to run a well and get water to your cattle? It can be very expensive. Well, we've been fencing out streams and doing our part to protect the environment. It's just that we haven't put in for cost share monies and such as that. That's I think one of the biggest arguments we need to make is that the farmer's livelihood depends on a good environment and protection of the environment. And therefore, they've been doing these practices and are always trying to do more in that aspect to help the environment. Most of them would probably choose not to do it and would just go ahead and get out of the business of raising cattle. If you do put in all these regulations, what are the unintended consequences for agriculture? It could contract extremely a whole lot, and then that also trickles down through your local economy. A lot of this farmers and stuff buy stuff locally, and if they're not in the business anymore, they're not going to be purchasing products locally. There are some parts of the state that basically that pasture or whatever, that's what it's there for. That's what it's used for, it's pasture, because it can't use it to raise a crop. What they're looking at is it's somebody else making a decision for them whether they farm or not. Because if you come up with a lot of mandatory regulations and all of that, well then basically they're going to dictate whether you're able to farm or not.